Bonjour and welcome or welcome back to my channel. Claude here. Thank you for joining me for your messages from your ancestors for February. This is going to be a reading for the people born under the Hierophant card and the Temperance card. Now, if you don't know what your tarot birth card is, I've dropped you a link in the description box below to a short instructional video so you can work it out. Now, in this kind of readings, I channel ancestors' messages, passed on loved one messages, something that they want you to have a look at, something that you may even have buried deep down. So I'm gonna grab a few messages from the Oracle decks, and then I will obviously clarify all of that with the tarot. And obviously this is a general reading, so please just take what resonates. If you would like to connect to the energies of my decks, now's the time to take a couple of deep breaths whilst I shuffle them. I've reviewed all of them on my channel. If you're interested in them, there'll be a link to their reviews in the description box below. So what do my querents born under the Hierophant card and the Temperance card need to hear for their highest good, please? So I'm going to take a couple of messages from this deck, and I'll do the same with the next one. Okay. So let's see what we've got. So from this deck we have card 36, which the magic you seek is inside of you, let it flow. And we have resilience, burn away the past. This is card 27. And from this deck we have card 5, inspiration, and 8, the inner child. Okay, so your ancestors are pointing out that there is something that you are holding on to when it comes to the past, with the card of resilience, burn away the past. Something is still hurting you, and they're asking you to transcend the pain. And obviously this is easier said than done. For some of you, I have to say it, you have been burying it, you've compartmentalized that pain, and it's eating you up, basically, and they're asking you to burn away the past. And that may well be, for some of you, a literal comment. You may have to burn something. So for instance, if you're holding on to, and that's a message for someone out there, to some pictures that belonged to an ex-partner, an ex-relationship, or someone who passed on, the pictures, their clothes, you may need to literally get rid of them. Obviously, you don't have to literally burn, but you may need to get rid of them, because objects have energies. Everything is energy in our world, and this isn't. It traps you. When you keep things like that. Not only does it keep on dragging you back into the past and thinking about the past, but also energetically speaking, it does trap you. So there is a big message here that for some of you, there's a need to get rid of some objects. For others, it's just, let go of it, just confront it, though. Don't bury it, is what they're saying. They're saying, look at it, have your last cry, and then move on, because the continuous pain and hurt, or even somewhat, okay, I'm just going to say it, the mental torture you are putting yourself through is not healthy, and it's not good for you, and they want you to address that. And you may feel very disempowered. That's why I said to you, sometimes objects, because they hold the energies of the people who have owned them, this can really entrap you. And you have the power to get out of this, okay? The magic you seek is inside of you, let it flow. there is your powers of creation, your powers of manifestation, of healing, they're buried inside of you, and you may have lost faith in your own abilities as well. And if it's because someone has left you, whether they have left you as in broke off a relationship with you, or whether they've passed on, you may feel vulnerable, like your rock has been removed, or the ground slipped open under your feet, that kind of thing. Your ancestors are saying, but you have everything that you need within yourself. You are a strong person, you are resourceful, you are intelligent, and you have the powers to create your own world. You are a powerful manifester. We all are creators of our own world. We do not need to rely upon others to create the world that we want. And so they're asking you to open your mind and your heart to it, because right now you're blocked. It is something to do with the past. Because when you do open up to it, you are going to find inspiration. Now, it could be related to your inner child. It doesn't have to be, but for some of you it will be. This card of inspiration is the number 5, which is your ruler number. Hierophant and Temperance are ruled by number 5. And yes, it is a challenging energy of disruption, but it's also an energy of change. And I always say this to people: we are apprehensive of change, but your ancestors are saying to you, well, right now you're in pain. There's something that either you are not dealing with, or you're dealing with it and you don't see a way out. The 5 breaks you free from that, because it breaks you away from whatever you were, whatever state you were in prior to that. So in that sense, the 5 energy is a welcome energy, because, hey, you don't want to stay in that kind of vibe, basically. It's so much better to take ownership of your powers and realize what you can achieve, rather than being stuck in the past. And so you're going to get downloads. They may be showing you, giving you signs as well, that are going to inspire you. So be aware of that, because our ancestors, our passed on loved ones, the angels, they send us messages, but sometimes they're very subtle and we miss them. So for instance, you may see something, someone says a sentence next to you and it's completely trivial, and you don't realize what it means until you go home and you think about it, and then you see something on the TV, for instance. So be very aware of that, because they're saying that right now inspiration is going to come to you, but you obviously need to be open to it. And for some of you, it will be linked to your inner child. So it may be something to do with a creative project that will appease your inner child, or even heal your inner child. Okay, I'm going to say it because otherwise it's not going to leave my head. For some of you, you may need to write a book because it's going to heal your inner child. And what happened in the past was very, very unpleasant, and it was done to you by an adult when you were a child. And I'm not going to say any more, because to be quite honest with you, what they're saying to me is very upsetting, and yeah, it's disturbing. But someone out there needed to hear it. And you're going to find your inspiration from this wound that they inflicted to you when you were a child. And this is going to help your inner child to heal and move forward. I'm sorry, it's very difficult to not be upset about what they've just said to me. Anyway, so for some of you, it'll be that. It will help heal your inner child. For others, the message is, listen to your inner child, because this may be your source of inspiration, your source of creativity, and how you manifest something that actually you truly want, because we sometimes mistake the voice of the inner child for being a pipe dream. So for instance, sorry, I'm moving my mat. So for some instance, you may have had the dream of being a fireman when you were a child, and it may well be what you are meant to become, to save other people. And so this is a message for someone out there again, make it happen. And some of you may have been in a fire, which is why you are afraid of fire. Your inner child is afraid of fire, and you may it may heal you to become a fireman. I'm sorry, I'm getting very, very specific messages for your reading, and I'm sorry if it doesn't resonate with everybody, but I have to get them out. But you get what I'm saying by that anyway. You know, if you've always wanted to be a singer or a dancer or, you know, something like that, may well be the source of inspiration for you to manifest something that's going to make you happy in life and free you from the past. All right, let me grab my tarot. Let's have a look at the tarot. Oh, too many. The Queen of Swords wanted to come out. Discernment, clarity of thoughts, taking decisive action as well. We'll see if she comes back out, then I know she really meant it. So we have the star. How beautiful. Right under the magic is inside of you. Let me push it up a bit, otherwise you're not going to see it. Then we have the Queen of Wands, fire energy, burn away the past. The Page of Swords, inspiration, yeah. And Temperance. For some of you, this is your card. Bottom of the deck, energy underlined, you may not be aware of, we have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is an epiphany. This is a moment of clarity that comes out of nowhere, or in this case, provided by your ancestors or your passed on loved ones. This is the light bulb moment where you're like, oh, I know what I need to do. You know, that moment where things click. You know, we've burned away the past. Just let it go. This is triumphant energy. This is you overcoming whatever this is, which obviously is beautiful to see here, and indicates obviously the beginning of a new cycle, as this is an ace. So we have the star. You have two major arcana here, big energies, and to me the direct intervention of your ancestors, showing you the way. Literally in this deck the star is pointing, and the star is a beautiful energy of hope, of healing, of renewal. Okay, so this is really saying, under the magic is inside of you, burn away the past, you're going to heal. Okay, you're being guided by your ancestors, they're pointing the way, they're telling you, deal with this, you have the power to manifest something that's going to be so good, that's going to come out of this pain that was inflicted to you. We also have the Queen of Wands. This is a beautiful card of empowerment. Now the Queen's in the Tower represents patience and understanding, but with the fire energy, and I can't help but see the correlation between burn away the past and the Queen of Fire right underneath this. And if you even look at the artwork, it's actually kind of spooky, because if you do that, can you see the long hair? Actually, let me just do this. You'll see what I'm talking about. If you look at the bottom of her face, they look alike, so much alike, even down to the bottom of their clothes, which, I mean, obviously they're two different decks, so this has nothing to do with that. It's just, you know, the synchronicities here. The Queen of Wands is someone who attracts what they want. They enter a room and you know about it. They're very powerful and they're aware of it. And that's the most important thing. They are aware that the magic is inside of them, that they can manifest and attract to themselves whatever it is they desire. And that is very, very powerful. And this is you see, this is your ancestors showing you the way. Embrace this energy. The star is pointing at her. Remember, it's just an energy. It's not, you don't have to be a woman, is what I'm trying to say. And understand that you've got this power within yourself, and just let it be, let it do its thing. And under inspiration, you've got the Page of Swords. Now the pages, they learn. That's what their primary function is. And they also bring you news, messages. They also indicate a new direction. So this is a new way of thinking. The swords to do with the mental realm, the mental body, anything to do with your experiences, the knowledge you acquire, your thoughts. And the Page of Swords is someone who could be here telling you you're going to look at things in a different manner once you've overcome this, you know, embodying the energy of this Queen of Wands. The Page of Swords may also indicate that you're going to get this inspiration through researching. So if you get an idea in your head, don't dismiss it, don't think it's crazy. Just think, oh, okay, maybe I need to dig, maybe I need to have a look at that. You may have a weird dream, wake up and think, that was weird. Research it, because for some of you that's what it will represent. And then under the inner child we have temperance. Some of you are born under the temperance card, the card of moderation and patience. Be patient with yourself. It's with this inner child. Okay, remember you're dealing with a child within yourself. Do not scold the inner child. Be patient, understanding, and this will be the best way to unlock whatever needs to be unlocked. I'm really getting the message of reconcile your inner child with your conscious mind, with the alchemy idea, because when your inner child is in accord with your conscious mind, things become much, much more pleasant in our lives, just talking from experience here. So I'm going to grab a couple of cards to close out this reading. It was very intense. So can we have some closing messages, please? So we have full moon in Virgo, take inspired action. You see, to me, that is really, inspiration is here. Queen of Wands energy, embrace that power, research if you have to, and then embrace whatever inspiration you get. So unsurprised to see that here. And then we have new moon in Capricorn, step up and lead. So take action. You have take inspired action, step up and lead. Both cards refer to earth energy, Virgo and Capricorn. So we're talking very grounded, practical energy. This is not the mental body, this is the physical body. This is to do with actively doing something about this situation, about the inspiration you're going to receive, healing your inner child if you need to, letting go of the past, and understanding that you have the power to create a beautiful world for yourself. So I hope you've enjoyed your journey for the cards with me. If you found this message helpful in any ways, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. As always, I thank you for your time. It's your most precious commodity. I'm truly grateful you chose to spend it with me. I wish you a fantastic end of the month, and I'll see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.